Hello everyone, I am Sword Caliber 687, and today I am gonna talk about the bosses I want in the Dragon Ball Kakarot GT DLC. Before this video gets started, like, share, subscribe, also leave a comment below if you guys want to see more of my content. Anyway, let's begin the video. For my personal opinion, I am feeling more excited of more DLCs to come for Kakarot. With the DLCs of Kakarot, it is making the game keep on getting better and better. Like, for example, adding new story modes, fighting new bosses, and giving characters new abilities. I am talking about Kakarot praises too much. Now, let's talk about boss fights. I made a list of the bosses I want to see in a Kakarot GT DLC. I hope you guys like it. The first boss that I want to see for Kakarot would be Legic. Legic would be the first or second boss fight in the game, and Legic won't be that hard. I would like CyberConnect 2 to incorporate the different weapons that he uses in the series, and his red key blast. Number 2, General Wildo. General Wildo would be a really interesting boss to fight against. General Wildo has the ability to manipulate metal and turn people into metal. Turning people into metal would be similar to that of Majin Buu's Candy Bean. If the player gets hit with this ability, your character would turn into metal. When your character gets transformed into metal, you can't move for a short period of time. CyberConnect 2. If you do General Wildo's metal manipulation right, he would be a very awesome boss fight. Number 3, Gohan and Goten. Goten and Gohan would be cool bosses to fight against in the GT DLC. In Dragon Ball GT, Gohan and Goten were brainwashed by Baby just to take over Vegeta's body. I would like GT Vegeta to be playable when you fight Gohan and Goten. If Gohan and Goten fights off against Goku, I would like the boss fight to be harder, all because Gohan and Goten is fighting against their dad. CyberConnect 2. If you do this boss fight right, it could be another 17 and 18 boss fight. The abilities that I want to see Goten to do for his boss fight would be Full Power Energy Wave, Consecutive Energy Blast, and last, Explosive Wave. For Gohan, I don't really have to say that much, all because CyberConnect 2 can just port over a lot of Gohan's super attacks from the game in the boss fight. For Goten and Gohan's Team Surge attack, it would be Bros Kamehameha. I am tired of talking about Gohan and Goten. Let's transition into number 4. Number 4, it is Super 17. Super 17 would be another cool boss to face off against in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. There is so much potential you can just do with Super 17's movesets. One of 17's super attacks that I want in the game, it is his energy absorption ability. 17's absorption ability can work like this. If the player shoots out Ki Blast or Ki Waves at Super 17, he would absorb it, and 17 would get his health back. For Ki Blast, I would like 17 to shoot out machine guns by ripping off his hands like he did in Dragon Ball GT. It would be cool if he did that in the video game. Super 17's finisher would be him summoning his Death Ball. I would like 17's Death Ball to do massive damage if Goku gets hit by it. Number 5. Baby. The obvious reason why I picked Baby, it is because Baby, he is in mostly every Dragon Ball video game. I am not gonna say that much about Baby, all because I feel like Cyber Connect 2 can easily do Baby well. What you have to do, Cyber Connect 2, is to take inspiration from Dragon Ball GT the show and Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters mostly adapts a lot of the characters' fighting styles in the Dragon Ball TV show, and Fighters does it extremely well. When I was doing research for this video, Dragon Ball FighterZ was the closest one to accurately show Baby's movesets extremely well out of any Dragon Ball video game. One of Baby's super attacks that I want in the boss fight, it is Parasite Takeover. Parasite Takeover, it is a super attack in Dragon Ball FighterZ. The super attack lets Baby control or manipulate somebody who Baby previously possessed. This would be a very fun mechanic for Baby to use in the boss fight, all because Baby can use anybody he's brainwashed to attack Goku or a player. It would be awesome if Baby summons Gohan and Goten when he uses Parasite Takeover. Now, let's talk about Great Ape Baby. I would like fighting Great Ape Baby to be a really fun boss fight. One of Baby's signature moves that he did in Dragon Ball GT, it is Gallic Gun against Goku. When fighting against Baby, I would like his Gallic Gun to do big amount of damage. I don't have nothing else to say. Let's transition into the next part of my list. Before I talk about the next boss fight I want in Kakarot, I am going to do an honorable mentions list. This list, it is for some of the scrap boss fights I want in the video, but I feel like it won't work for the game. Or some of the ideas I want in the video, I scrapped these characters all because the ideas for some of these characters might be too easy, or some of them won't work for boss fights. The Para brothers are on the honorable mentions list, all because they are really weak characters compared to Goku, Pan, and Trunks. These Dragon Ball characters might be a little bit strong than Hercule, but Hercule is the weakest character in the series. Maybe if Goku and friends fight off against the Para brothers, it would be a cutscene or a quick time event minigame. The next character on the honorable mentions list, it is Muchi. The reason why he is in the honorable mentions list, all because he mostly does psychic-based attacks, and he doesn't really have anything going for him. I can see Muchi as an easy boss to fight against with Goku and Trunks. I would hope if Cyber Connect 2 does a Muchi boss fight, you will play Trunks, and Trunks will kill Muchi with that blue energy ball. This is the last part for my video for boss fights. The Shadow Dragon. The Shadow Dragons would be really cool bosses to fight against in Kakarot. I am not gonna talk about all the Shadow Dragons, but the ones I want in the game. Ocean Shinron would be a really cool boss if you fight against her, all because she would just manipulate wind in the boss fight. Let's transition to our next Shadow Dragon, Nova and Ice Shinron. I am not gonna talk about Ice and Nova Shinron that much, all because those two characters are in mostly every Dragon Ball video games, and the games mostly adapt their movesets good. I would like Ice and Nova Shinron's elemental abilities to be really good when you fight against them. And now, let's talk about the king of the Shadow Dragons, a Mega Shinron. I would like a Mega Shinron to have all the Shadow Dragon's abilities like he did in Dragon Ball GT. Most Dragon Ball video games can only do some abilities that a Mega Shinron did in Dragon Ball GT, but not all of it. I can imagine a Mega Shinron using different combinations of the Shadow Dragon's abilities, like Nova Shinron's fire manipulative abilities, Ocean Shinron's wind manipulative abilities combined with Ice Shinron's ice. I can see Cyber Connect 2 making a spectacular boss with a Mega Shinron. I have talked about all the bosses I want for this video. I feel like this is a good time to end it. Thank you for watching my video. Like, share, subscribe. Also leave a comment below if you want to see more of my content. And see you soon.